So the first book I'm picking up is Reckless by Elsie Silver. This one follows winter. More than that, I don't know. I don't want to read the back of it. I'm just going to go in completely blind. I might have heard some things before, but I don't remember it. So I just read the first chapter. I'm on page 14 and it made me want to pick it up. Like, I just sat down with my books and started reading the first few pages of a few of them to figure out what I was in the mood for, and I feel like this is it. So I can't really tell you what it's about right now because I'm going in blind, but I'm going to read a little bit today and then I'll probably talk more about this tomorrow. I'm 65 pages into Reckless. I don't really know what to say because I love Elsie Silver's writing. I'm really enjoying that. But I really don't like winter. Like, at all. I feel like she's rude and just her whole outlook on life and people is just annoying. Theo, I haven't really made up my mind on him yet because there's moments where I think he's cute and then moments where I'm not that into him, so I don't really know what to think. I don't think this is going to be my favorite book in this series, which is sad. But I'm going to continue reading and hopefully I like it more, but as of right now, it's just okay. I kind of forgot what this book was about. I didn't read the back of it before starting it. I have heard people talk about it before, so like I knew this, but now I'm like, I was reading and then I was like, oh, because I forgot. But now I know what's happening. And I'm a little interested, a little scared. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this because I feel like the concept, I'm not against it, but I don't like this character. So I don't know. But now I can't put the book down. I also put this fireplace YouTube video on to just make it cozy. What the fuck? What was that? That's not the Theo we got to know. Like, what is going on? And then I opened it, turned the page. 18 months later. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, are we not getting the whole thing in between? I'm so upset by that. What is happening with Theo? I hope that where we're at now, that this is the conflict, that it's not gonna be like good and then bad again, because I can't handle that. I don't like conflicts in books. I wish someone would just write a book where when they get together they just stay happy. I am enjoying the book. I don't think it's my favorite, but I really do love it. It's good. But I'm hoping to be happy soon. I don't want to be sad. So I'm gonna continue reading and I think I'm gonna finish the book today. I'm gonna sit here until I finish the book. So hold me to that. You're allowed to yell at me if I don't. I don't have a lot to say, but I love Theo. That's like the main thing I'm taking away from this book is I just love Theo so much. Rhett has been an asshole. Winter, I don't really like her, but I understand her. So that makes it better. The baby, I'm just gonna check something. Yes, it says it on the back, so it's fine. Just the way he is dealing with everything is so cute, and I love Theo. Another thing I want to say that has nothing to do with this book, but I've been trying to upload the last day of Bookmas Day 12, since like 9:30. It's now 4:30. So that's just amazing. It's been 7 hours. And it's at 64%. What's going on? Like, usually it does take a long time. It will take like 3 hours. But 7 hours, and we're barely over halfway. I can't deal with this. And things, I need to keep my laptop going. I can't like let it turn off, so I have a YouTube video playing in the background, a 3-hour timer that I need to reset every 3 hours to just make sure my laptop doesn't turn off. And I'm just so over it, because it shouldn't take 7 hours to upload a YouTube video. And I'm really frustrated by that. 64%, and it's been going for 7 hours. Tell me why. What's the point? I'm back to hating winter, by the way. Almost at 300 pages. And unfortunately another conflict is happening, but it's stupid. She's stupid. Like, I genuinely hate winter. And I know that a lot of people have this as their favorite book. Because of Theo, I get it, but winter seriously cannot stand her at all. Theo deserves better. Okay. I just finished chapter 29, page 293, and honestly, I feel like the book could just end here. This is a great place to end it. It would have been like a perfect ending. Why do we have more? It's like 100 pages left. No, it's not. Wait. Yes, it is. Could have ended here. Perfect ending. I don't know what's gonna happen for the rest of the book, but I felt like saying that. I'm taking a break from my book. I'll be finishing it before I go to bed, but I just need to say this. My video has been uploading for 8 hours, and now it says 2 hours and 45 minutes left. Is this supposed to take over 10 hours? Because I can't deal with this. This is making things very difficult for me. And I just... like, I don't want to delete any footage from my laptop or my camera until the video is like safely uploaded, so I'm sure there's no problems. But it's been 8 hours. This isn't normal. This is not normal. Help me. If I read one more spicy scene, I might actually DNF it. Why do we need 3 conflicts? And why are we always blaming Theo when winter is the... I hate winter. I hate her desperately. The word I just stopped myself from using was a bitch. Because I tried not to call winter a bitch, but you saw me pause. Because I was trying not to say it, and then I turned the fucking page. And in Winter's POV, she mentions things. One of them, things she remembers, Theo and his bitchy attitude. She's the only bitch throughout the whole entire fucking book. Theo's been an angel, and she doesn't deserve it. And I hope, I know it's a romance book, so it's gonna end happily, but I wish it didn't. I want Theo to be happy and Winter to not get a happy ending because she doesn't deserve it. I just finished Reckless. I am giving it 3 stars. Everyone's so obsessed with this, and I've only heard good things about it, so I was expecting to love it. I didn't. My main issue was Winter. I didn't like her from the beginning, like, she was kind of rude and things like that. But I thought that maybe that would change throughout the story, and there were moments where I was hopeful, and then we got back into it. Because she's a very insecure person because of the way she grew up, and I get that. But I feel like a lot of those insecurities turned into her being disrespectful to Theo, because he, time and time again, proved to her that he meant everything he said. And her still being like, no, I don't believe it. it's just disrespectful, like you're calling him a liar. And also, she's such a hypocrite. There's one moment in here where there's an argument of some sort. He says something that isn't really that bad. It's valid. Like, it's a valid thing to think about. And like I talked about it, how I wasn't happy with her, and then she goes on to Theo and his bitchy attitude. Like, you're the one acting like a bitch. And also, after that, it was like, there's this moment, there's this chapter that starts with her, Winter, having missed calls from Theo, like she's not picking up the phone. In the same chapter, she gets mad at him for not answering her calls. Why is it wrong when he does it, but it's okay for her to do it? I just can't stand her. And then there's moments in here where she does some good things, and she shows that she appreciates him, and I like those moments. But then we get back into those always blaming Theo. Theo's an angel. She didn't deserve everything that he was doing and saying to her. But he just did it because he's a good guy, like he's a genuinely good person. And he deserves so much better. I have other problems with this book. Like, this book is written so well. I love the writing. It flows so well. It's easy to understand and get sucked into the story. I feel like the chapters are the perfect length and all of that. The wording of things is so good. But one thing that really bothered me, that every time there was like a meaningful, important, deep conversation going on, it was followed by a sex scene. Every single time. Like, there was never something important, meaningful, without them having sex after. And like, can you go 2 seconds without being horny? Obviously not. But that's just, it ruined those moments for me. Because these were important moments in their relationship, in their friendship, in just their growth as characters. And then it was ruined by that. And I don't mind spice in books. But in this one, it was so unnecessary, and it was put in at the wrong times. Like, you're ruining this perfect moment, this very important moment, by just going straight to bed after. It's like, is there nothing more to your relationship than sex? And that annoyed me a lot. So, 3 stars. I didn't really like this book, and I was just waiting for it to be over. So that's kind of disappointing, because I had really high hopes for this book. I thought it maybe would be my favorite. I was like thinking that maybe I would get a 5-star here. No, my least favorite in the series. I have one more Chestnut Springs book. I am excited for that. I'm also a little scared because I didn't really like Beau in this book, so I don't know how to feel about that book. I have a feeling, at least in the beginning of the book, that he's gonna be a little bit the same as Winter, and I didn't like that. Like, both of them were acting the same way in this book. Obviously we didn't see as much of Beau, but I didn't like that. So I'm hoping that there's some character development to him in this next book. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I'm hoping to read it this year. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, I downloaded, or I bought these holiday novellas on Amazon. Earlier this year, everyone was reading the Improbable Meet Cute novella collection. Everyone was like, oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's not available here, so that sucks. But I looked, then I saw, who was it? I think it was Caitlin Washko who read the first holiday. What's the thing called? That's not what I was trying to do. Under the Mistletoe? Was that what it was? Yeah, the Under the Mistletoe holiday novella collection by 5 different authors. I saw her read that, so I decided to just search it up on Amazon, and it was really cheap. I think they were like 99 cents, all of them, so I bought all 5 of them. I have read Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood, really loved that one. Then I read Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey, didn't like that one. The next one is called All by My Elf by Olivia Dade. I've never heard of her before. The next authors I haven't heard of. Book 3 is Olivia Dade, book 4 Alexandria Villafleur, Book 5, Alexis Daria. All three authors I've never heard of, but I'm excited to get into them, and I don't know if I'm ready to go into like a full-on Christmas book, so these little novellas are the perfect thing to do. I think I'm going to read book 3 today. It's really short. I think this one is, well, I'm going to check, 55 pages, so it's not going to take me long. And it's like helping me get into the Christmas spirit without committing to a full Christmas book, because I don't really know if I would enjoy that. But I'm excited. It's also a fun way to just check out new authors. If I like this novella, maybe I'll check out their full books as well. So I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to see if any more Bookmas videos have been posted, maybe watch some of those, and then I'll start reading All by Myself later tonight. I also bought The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Everyone's been reading that. I want it, but I don't want to spend money on books right now, but it was really cheap for the Kindle edition. I don't have a Kindle because Kindle Unlimited isn't available here, so it's like pointless for me. But I have the Kindle app on my phone, so since the book was cheap, I just bought it and I'm reading it. Also, I'm gonna say something. I downloaded Storytel, paid for a subscription there, and I'm loving it. There's audiobooks and ebooks, but reading an ebook on Storytel and on the Kindle app, two extremely different experiences. The reading on the Kindle app is so much better. So, will I be buying more ebooks? Yes, and I'm loving it, because when I go to bed, I can just turn my lights off, lay down and just read until I fall asleep. So much easier than sitting with a book. It gets kind of hard with my glasses when I'm trying to lay down, but it's fine. I love this. So I'm going to read that a little bit later, and I'll give you all my thoughts. So, yesterday I started and finished All by Myself. I don't remember the author, but I've never heard of her before. I gave that one 1 star. Basically, the little novella was about 3 people. They were like teachers or something at this university, and during the Christmas break they had another job doing some kind of, what were they calling it? Mince-mobile? Driving around. I guess they were selling food. And basically, these were like almost 40-year-olds. They were like mid to late 30s. One of them had a crush on this guy. This guy had a crush on this girl. But the guy was in the back like talking to the girl's best friend the whole time, so she thought that they were together. And that was basically the whole thing. Really bad, really cringy. First of all, like I said, they were like mid to late 30s, acting like lovesick preteens. It was just so awkward, so stupid. Like, you're an adult. Even I haven't been an adult for that long. I'm 21 years old, but I'm more mature than that. And it was just, if you're almost 40, you shouldn't act like that. And I wrote down things, I need to look at it, because I kind of blocked it out. The writing wasn't really good. It kind of felt like it was written by a 7th grader. The smut I don't even want to talk about it. It was bad. Yeah, it was like 50 pages long. And through the whole story I was thinking like, please be done, please be done. I couldn't deal with it. I didn't really like any part of it. And also, this couple, during one of the smut scenes, she asks, is this mine to play with? And just that in itself is like, ugh. And his response, you mean like a Christmas present? No. So I gave it 1 star. I hated that. Then I started this, An Offer from a Gentleman, the 3rd book in the Bridgerton series following Benedict Bridgerton. This is basically a Cinderella story. It's about Benedict, the 2nd oldest Bridgerton boy, and Sophie, who is a maid. They meet at a masquerade ball, like she's not supposed to go, but then someone like comes in and gives her a dress and all of this and get to the ball, but you have to leave before midnight. They meet. She runs away and he's left with nothing but her glove. And their interactions at the masquerade ball, that was fun. Everything after and before that, kind of boring. I'm 116 pages in. Now that they've met again, I'm more excited. But their moments apart just was a little boring to me. Nothing much has happened. I don't like characters that make me angry. And technically, since it's a romance book, it follows 2 people, like the girl and the guy in this one. But there's also other characters around, like the evil stepmother, who isn't really her stepmother. But that character, though, is making me angry. And I don't like characters that make me angry. Thankfully, she's not the main character, because then I would have put it down. But so far, I'm not loving it as much as I expected to, but where I stopped made me excited. So I am interested in continuing. I think this is like a historical romance, and that intimidates me because I feel like it's going to be hard to read, but I've had like an easy experience. I've read 116 pages in one sitting, like no issue at all. So I'm liking it, but not as much as the 2nd book in the series. In the show, Benedict is my favorite character. In the books, so far, Anthony is my favorite, but I'm hoping to... Camera out of focus. I'm hoping to love it more, and I have faith. I think I'm gonna like it, so I'm gonna read a little bit more. I wasn't really planning on filming right now because I don't have time to read because I have an exam and it's due on Wednesday. And I'm trying to work on it, but that's kind of stupid to say because I'm sitting here watching YouTube instead of working on it because I can't do it. I've tried and it's really hard. Actually, the exam isn't even that hard, it's just getting started. When I get into it, I won't have a problem. I'm probably gonna have too much to say. But it's fine, we're gonna get to it eventually. But I was just gonna try this. I just opened it. And it smells really good. It's the green vibe, apple and green tea. So I wanted to try it. I just found it in the fridge. I bought it a while ago. And it smells really good. Bad thing? I'm allergic to apples, so hopefully don't react to this one. But I wanted to just try it on here because why not? The actual taste of it tastes like apple flavored candy. But then it just disappears and it's this flat aftertaste. I don't like that. I don't like the way it feels. But I can still like feel the apple. But there's also this like flat thing that just, ew. I don't know, I'm gonna drink it. I want food, but I couldn't find anything to eat. And I found something I wanted, but it's not mine, so I have to ask my mom, but she was on the phone. She works from home. She's probably gonna be on the phone for a long time. I stood there for like 10 minutes, waiting. Didn't end the phone call. So I should be writing my exam right now, but I can't do it. I don't know how to get started, and I hate it. Because I didn't think it was going to be a problem, because it isn't. I know that my writing is good, and this is like a reflection thing, and I'm good at self-reflection, at least when it comes to school. And that's what I need to do. I need to reflect on myself and my own like journey with this class. And that shouldn't be a problem. It's just getting it out on writing is hard. Because like when I get into the flow of things, it's gonna be fine. But I never know how to start. So that sucks. But we're gonna get it done. And I'll do good. So last night I finished An Offer from a Gentleman, the third book in the Bridgerton series. I'm going to talk you through all of my thoughts throughout the book, and we're going to land on a rating. I wish I could have talked to you right when I finished it, but I think it was like 2 a.m, 1 or 2 a.m. I filmed my phone, so you would have seen. Because I had a lot more energy, and I was very much more invested. Now, I've had a long day, I'm tired. We're still gonna do this now. This book. I have some notes on my phone, but I don't know if I need them, so we're gonna try without it. This book started at Penwood House, I think that's right, with Sophie and the people around her. The moments there, didn't really love them. I was a little bored, but I didn't hate it. Then when we got to the masquerade, really loved that. Especially when she met Benedict. I think that was fun. When she got back to Penwood after that, I didn't love it as much. It was back to kind of being boring, and I didn't really like the characters that she was surrounded by. And when I don't like characters, it can ruin a book for me. But since they weren't the main characters, it's fine. So if I would have hated Sophie or Benedict, would have ruined the book. But since it was a side character, it's okay. And I understand why that character is necessary for the story, so I'm okay with that as well. After the masquerade and that Penwood and all of that, I was a little bored. I didn't always feel the chemistry between them, so I was for a long while thinking that this was going to be a 3-star read. Because I really like the writing of this. I think the writing flows really well. I think it's easy to read, it's fun, and it's quick. And I really like that, when I can just sit and not think and just enjoy it. But I wasn't really feeling the chemistry. But then when we got to like 240, 250 pages, it got a little better. I think everything... I don't want to spoil the story, so I can't really tell you much, because I feel like the things I want to say are spoilers. But when we got to the point where things changed in the story, I found it more interesting, and I could really feel their tension and chemistry in the tense moments. And like the everyday things, didn't really care for, but I did have a good time seeing Sophie with everyone. And then whenever they were feeling strong feelings, I could feel those strong feelings. Like I nearly cried. I didn't, but I felt it. And I love when a book can make me feel something, especially for a relationship in this way. I feel like the ending was a little bit rushed. The thing that happened, well, the conflict was good, and usually I hate conflicts, but I hated Benedict in that moment, because I don't think he had the right to be this angry, but I also understand where he's coming from. And I just think, when I can have that understanding for the conflict, it's easier to accept the conflict. and it didn't last too long. Like, I feel like a lot of authors drag out the conflict unnecessarily, and it's just, I don't love that. But I feel like it was handled well from like the writing standpoint on this. The thing that happened after that, the conflict caused something else to happen, and I don't know, I felt kind of weird about that, and I feel like that part was a little rushed, especially when things was sorted out. We didn't really get much after that, and I wish we got more of them telling everyone, seeing how that affected their relationship and their lives. We didn't get that, so I'm hoping to get glimpses of that in the next book. But I liked it. I think I landed on 4 stars for this. I still think The Viscount Who Loved Me is my favourite in the series so far. But I think the writing is so good, and I'm really excited to continue the series. I'm glad I own the next one because I want to read that soon. I liked it. It was fun. I don't know, I'm nervous to see how this is portrayed in the show. Because I don't know, like, I'm excited to see this, but I'm also, I don't know how they're gonna do it and if I'm gonna love it or not. But we're gonna see. But I like this book. 4 stars. Just to wrap up the other books I read in this video, I read Reckless by Elsie Silver. Didn't love it. 3 stars. It's my least favorite in the series, which is weird because everyone almost says that that is their favorite. I just didn't like it. Then the novellas I read, don't want to talk about that anymore. This one was a success. I liked it. But now I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. 2025 is so close. Today, when I'm filming this right now, it's the 20th? Yeah. Which means the year is almost over. I'm a little stressed. I'm a little excited. I feel like I have a stressful year coming up. But it's okay. I'm excited to read. I feel like right now I'm in like a good reading mood. And I'm excited for all the books I can read in the next year. And I'm just hoping that that excitement stays throughout the year and no slumps. But yeah, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It means a lot to me if you wanna stay, watch, chat about books with me. I also made a BookTok account. Username Rule of Books. I might change it to something like English Library or Ingrid Reads or something. But when I created a Bookstagram that I didn't really use. I don't like Instagram that much, like posting on it. But the usernames I wanted wasn't available, so I just chose Rule of Books. It's like a play on Rule of Books by Leigh Bardugo, since she's one of my favorite authors. So I decided to use the same username on TikTok. I might change it, but as of right now, that's the username. Go follow. I love BookTok. I think BookTok is more fun than Bookstagram. Might get back to Instagram soon, but I don't like posting on there. So if you want to see more bookish content from me, follow me on TikTok. I also have my normal TikTok, my like Fangirl Life TikTok, English Journal. It's always in the description. But I just wanted to mention that. You can follow me if you want. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Peace out, lovers.